Operation Confidence proudly presents America's Invisible Heroes radio talk show. Tune in weekly on Sundays from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time with your host, Consuela Mackey, co-host, U.S. Air Force veteran Matt Davidson, announcer Taylor Marcella, U.S. Army veteran and Strategies for Hope segment host, Dr. Kathy Cash, U.S. Army Reserve veteran and entertainment segment host, Charles Whitehead, U.S. Army Special Forces veteran and I Once Was Whole segment host, Richard Cook, U.S. Army veteran and Lifeline for Women's Veterans segment host, Martha Elena Varela, National Faith Director, Chaplain, and Veterans in Recovery segment host, Anthony Akampora, and U.S. Air Force veteran and Incarcerated to Success segment host, Kevin Lewandowski. For more information or to be a guest on our show, email info@operationconfidence.org.
Operation Confidence is a grassroots nonprofit. The organization's mission is to provide stable housing for veterans who have experienced homelessness, as well as providing a wide range of supportive services. To help accomplish our goal, a successful landowner has donated land for the project, a world-renowned architect has offered to design the houses, and construction classes from the local community colleges will take part in building the houses. Your support and donations are needed. To get involved, please visit our website at www.operationconfidence.org or email info@operationconfidence.com.
Okay. Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for tuning in to America's Invisible Heroes. No, I'm not a veteran, but my heart goes out to our American heroes, especially those who are disabled and may have experienced homelessness. For those of you who are new to the show, Operation Confidence is the host of American Invisible Heroes, and the show was established to provide a platform for our veterans to be able to share their experiences, heartfelt stories, resources, challenges, and accomplishments. Now, allow me to introduce you to our co-host for today. We have U.S. Air Force veteran Matt Davidson, who so happens to be Vice President of Operation Confidence. We have U.S. Army Reserve veteran Charles Whitehead. He's a board member and another co-host. We have attorney Jodi Galvin. She has a monthly segment called Community Veterans Justice Project. And then we have Lauren Hammond. She has a monthly segment called Creative Charities Auction, and also an Operation Confidence sponsor. Coming on later would be attorney Eric Olson. He has a monthly segment called Help for Help's nonprofit law firm. And then last but not least, we have U.S. Navy veteran Calvin Poole. He has a monthly segment called Blind Veterans Helping Blind Veterans. So without no further ado, take it away, Matt.
Yes, it gives me great pleasure to bring back Jodi Galvin, founder and executive director of the Community Veteran Justice Project, which is dedicated to ensuring current and former military service members that they receive the information, support, and services that they need, and to use California's veterans statutes to improve their lives. CVJP provides specific services, policy and advocacy, and community education to assist justice-involved service members, veterans, with obtaining alternative sentencing for some felonies and diversion for misdemeanor cases. This can result in treatment rather than incarceration in some cases, being dismissed and records being sealed. Now, I know that Jodi has been very busy ever since she began this new project that is so vital to veterans. And but we want to bring her on. We want her to talk about what she's up to right now. And I don't think she's got a lot of time to talk at great length, but but to give a brief overview would be much appreciated.
That's
And
right.
so I'd
Thank
like
you,
to hear
Jodi.
from you, Jodi.
And we're so happy to welcome Jodi to the team. Hello, girl.
Thank you so much. And I want to wish everyone a happy new year.
Right.
And-
Happy New Year to you too.
And you know what I want to share with all of you is I hope that each one of you will take time to take loving care of yourself and
That's right.
take time to make your soul happy.
That's
Mm,
right. So
Great.
And-
important.
And we all have to really guard against burnout, you know, for each one of us individually and those that work with us and for us. Most of us are in the service profession and we're always concerned about the clients we serve, but I'm putting it out here, right here and now. Please take loving care of yourself. That's what I want us all to do in this new year.
You got that right. Thank you.
So I want to give a very brief update about the Community Veteran Justice Project, because I'm hoping in this segment, I can also share with you just a few of the new laws that got passed this year. So in regards to CVJP, think of CVJP as an entity that if anyone has served in the military, active military, reservists, National Guard, all veterans, regardless of their discharge status, if they get arrested and they live in LA County, they should contact CVJP as soon as possible. Because there are California statutes specific for this population. We're the subject matter experts on these statutes. We will tell the client exactly what the requirements are, exactly what they need to do. We will connect with the client and their attorney, because everyone in the criminal justice system will get a criminal defense attorney. We will work with them. We will help provide a support system to get this alternative sentencing and diversion and connect them with any and all resources they need at no cost. That's what we do.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's
So
great.
in addition to that, we also strive to never turn a veteran away. And to give you a prime example of that, you know, maybe a month and a half ago, the Red Cross contacted CVJP because a veteran couple, both of them were veterans. He served in the Vietnam War. Their house caught on fire. She tried to save him. He died. She was severely burned. They contacted CVJP to help. And we immediately jumped into action. We immediately got her extended hotel housing while we worked on long-term housing. We immediately got her $1,000 worth of clothes and toiletries. We immediately connected her with the chaplain. We took her to the mortuary so she could work on her husband's burial. She wanted a full military burial. The cost was over $2,000. We got the funds for that. We set up a complete support system for her that included many women's veteran programs, including a dear friend of mine has the Mindful Veteran Project that includes outings to operas, and we got her fancy clothes for that, and she's going to be attending the opera with her friend. Whatever she needs, we are helping her get that, as well as a strong support system. So we do everything we can to help these veterans and never turn them away. And
Right.
there isn't any other entities that do this
Okay,
that I know of.
that's amazing.
And I'd also like to share some great news. We were able to get a grant. So the city of LA has a Department of Race, Equity, Diversity, and they identified 9 areas in the city of LA that have been the most impacted by poverty and racism. And we teamed up with a church in South LA that's in one of those areas, and we applied to create a peace and healing center and we got that grant.
Hmm.
And we will be building a peace and healing center in South LA, and we've identified the vet that we're going to hire for that project. And we will have that person there 25 hours a week, plus doing 2 8-hour community events a month. And once we get them in there, my vision is to work with the church to, in addition to that, begin working on some veteran intergenerational programs. So we're constantly evolving and trying to create more services for vets. What I would also like to share with you is some of a few of the laws that have been passed in 2023. I wish I could tell you that I could be your go-to person. I can't. All I can do is give you a little bit of info about these laws, and then thank God we all have Google. So the first one I want to tell you about is SB 1338, the Community Assistance Recovery and Empowerment Act. This will create care courts. This is to target people with severe mental illnesses like schizophrenia. So if any of you have had loved ones, family members with severe mental illness, you'll know how challenging it is and how heartbreaking it is. This is to create care courts, and LA County is one of the 6 counties that will be the first counties to implement this starting October 1st. And then the rest of the California counties will also implement this in the upcoming years. Essentially, it creates these care courts that allows first responders, family members, clinicians to refer designated clients to be referred to these care courts, create voluntary treatment plans with a ton of services. But if they fail, they'll be on a short list for a conservatorship.
Hmm.
So it's a very unique law, unknown how it's going to all pan out. Next, there's Senate Bill 731 that significantly expands the automatic sealing of eligible felonies that occur after January 1st, 2005, if certain circumstances are met. SB 1209 is a new law that affects it expands Penal Code Section 1170.91 that allows for people that are serving or have served in the U.S. military that have a trauma that's related to their military service, that are either incarcerated or still under the supervision of the court, whether it's probation or parole. And at the time of their sentencing, the court did not consider their military traumas to get a resentencing, to have their sentence reduced. So there is the LA Veteran Collaborative. You can Google it. It meets the second Wednesday of the month. I co-chair the Legal and Reentry. We have a speaker every month. And in the month of May, we'll be having a state public defender address all the specifics of how someone petitions to have this done. So those of you that are interested in incarcerated veterans, this will be of vital interest to them. Certain people in that target cannot utilize it if they're required to register as sex offenders, if they're convicted of certain felonies. So some other laws, SB 1228 prohibits law enforcement agencies from using the DNA collected from sexual assault victims from being used in investigations of unrelated crimes. SB 1008 will provide free phone calls to people detained in California prisons and jails. That's huge because it costs enormous to make calls from those entities. AB 2799 limits the use of creative express. You can't use rap lyrics as evidence in criminal cases. AB 1700 sets up a section on the state attorney general's website to report stolen items. And AB 2294 gives law enforcement the ability to keep those in custody who are accused of organized retail theft. SB 836 prohibits the disclosure of a person's immigration status in open court in a criminal case by any party unless approved by a judge. AB 2147 allows all of us to jaywalk. AB 2011 aims to boost housing production and affordability by turning unused retail spaces into homes and communities. It goes into effect July 1st. And AB 1594 allows the state attorney general, local prosecutors, and anyone who suffers harm as a result of a gun violence in California to sue firearm manufacturers. Now, in January, most papers put out articles. These are the most important laws going into effect January 1st. So I have by no means covered all the laws, but I thought those might be of interest to you. As the co-chair of the Legal and Reentry Group, we provide a monthly update, and these are just some of the ones that we provided for them. I hope they will be of some interest to you, and I hope everyone has a great new year.
All right. Jodi, a couple of questions.
question.
The facility that's in Compton, what all is going to take place there? Because I want to know, did they have any services for blind veterans?
What facility in Compton?
You said that there's a new program coming together. You had guys that just gotten a grant.
Okay, are you talking about the Peace and Healing Center?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Peace and Healing Center, we're partnering with the Bryant Temple AME Church.
Okay.
Okay, it's a church. They're the main contractor, and we're the subcontractor. So CVJP is going to provide CVJP services, just like we do now all the time.
Can you tell us who is CVJP? A lot of people don't know who that is.
Community Veteran Justice Project.
That's you.
Yeah, that's us.
Okay.
Okay. So we partnered with the Bryant Temple AME Church. They were the main contractor to create this Peace and Healing Center to get funds from the city to, the grant requires the church to provide very specific deliverables, you know, race reconciliation, conflict resolution, all kinds of things for the general public in that surrounding area, right?
Oh, I thought it's for veterans as well.
Well, it is for veterans, but it's in the South LA target area.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
There's 9 identified areas in the city of LA that have been identified as the 9 areas in the city of LA most impacted by poverty, race, etc.
Gotcha.
And so they're putting funding and resources to try to heal those communities.
Right. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm very proud to be a part of it.
Miss Harris has something to ask you, Michelle. You're muted. There you go.
Yes, ma'am. I was listening to everything you said and it sounds awesome. I was just wondering how I would find out if we have the same, where I can find out if we have the same laws or similar laws in Virginia, because we're located on the East Coast in Virginia.
I have no idea.
Okay.
So what you need to do, and it's Miss
Harrison, yes, ma'am.
Harrison. So you have a state legislature and they have a website. And you can see, you can go to their website and you can see various laws that are being introduced, that get passed. You can get updates on them. You know, you can subscribe to it. But what I would highly recommend is if you're particularly interested in a certain target group, like veterans or this or that. So here we formed the LA Veteran Collaborative. And within the collaborative, we have different working groups, you know, homeless, education, legal and reentry. And within those committees, you want a group, somebody's going to be interested in legislation, you know, team up with some law schools, see if they will make reports for you. You know what I mean? There's going to be people within your group that's going to have that interest.
Understand. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Hey, Matt, you had a question?
Yes, I would like to have, if you don't mind, Jodi, a phone number for your organization. If people have more questions, they can call you and ask.
Yes, you know, we have an 800 number and I don't have it off the top of my head. Can I send that to you, Matt, so you can put it out?
You sure can.
Thank you
Right.
so much.
And your veteran collaborative, is that downtown at Patriotic Hall?
You know, we've been meeting virtually because of COVID.
Right.
But if people Google LA Veteran Collaborative.
I'm a member of the collaborative. I get their emails all the time. I just didn't know whether or not they were starting to hold their meeting.
So they held one in-person meeting in December.
Mhm.
They hope to hold another in-person meeting in May.
Okay.
But people should Google it because you got to register.
Right.
I wouldn't wait till there's an in-person meeting. So one of the groups is called Access and Engagement, and that's at 9 o'clock. And they're really involved in so much. And if people that are interested in legislation, there's a guy by the name of Richard Velasquez, and that's what he does. But this is California. But
Ms. Shad, you can still Google the Veterans Collaborative, because you never know who you're going to meet there. Everybody under the sun that holds some type of an important position is a member of the collaborative. So you never know, and especially if they're holding it through Zoom.
Virtually, yeah.
Virtually, for sure. They welcome people coming in from other states. So make sure you Google that. That's the Veterans Collaborative.
And, you know, you should also talk to, you know, different national veteran entities, because they may be staying up. You know who you could talk to? Talk to, so there's entities like DAV and the American Legion that are national, and they have lobbyists, and they try to stay up on legislation in various states, you know what I mean, and US legislation.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to help you.
All right.
I have a question for you, Jodi.
Sure.
What does it mean we can all jaywalk now?
It means, and let me give you the bill so you can Google it, because I am not an authority on it. All I have is the bill is AB 2147, allows pedestrians to jaywalk or cross the street outside of an intersection without being ticketed, and then it's cut off, as long as, and I didn't have it printed out. So the best thing to do is Google AB 2147. So prior to this law, if you were to say you're on Sunset Boulevard, or streets where police are driving around or police are walking around. If you were to cross the street and it's not at an intersection or a crosswalk, they could ticket you for jaywalking.
Right, that's been out a long time.
And you'd have to pay a fine,
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z. Now, I'm assuming if it were safe to do so, they can't do that.
Really?
That's what the law is. And again, it's AB 2147.
And jaywalking is scary if you're driving. So I just,
Well,
everybody don't look first.
I'm sure it doesn't mean you can jaywalk when there's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, but you know how people are.
Yeah, well, they're going to get a ticket or hit.
Yeah, that's the
What's
scary
worse
part.
is
Hit, you
Forget
driving.
the ticket, you're going to get hit.
Yeah, the hits part is scary,
Yeah.
especially if you the driver,
Well,
But-
that's why I asked the question, because now, you open up a liability thing for, the jaywalkers, or even because even
The
before,
drivers, no, I hear you, because here's the thing. You're the driver. Somebody walks into the street and you hit them. Who's going to
Yeah.
be liable?
well,
The
that's
driver.
what I'm
the
saying.
driver, that's the scary part. That's what I was just
Yeah,
saying.
well, yeah. So, let's stand back with some common sense. And this is not legal advice. I'm not giving you legal advice. You're not going to get a ticket. You're not going to get a ticket, but
Well,
you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, but they'd have to take me to the hospital if I hit somebody.
Yeah.
I would be the one just traumatized,
But
But
in the crosswalk, so
Oh,
yeah,
in
people
the
are weird.
crosswalk, if you're in the crosswalk,
boy,
the driver, that could
I'm-
be, depending on the injuries, it could be vehicular manslaughter, it could be a lot of.
Oh Lord, don't go.
man, this law, that's why it's
Hey, I don't think, I'm not saying it was a good law. I'm just telling you,
No.
it's a law.
Terrible law.
and that's
Terrible.
why I'm saying it's surprising that something like that would pass with,
I hear you.
we need to hear that part that was cut off. That's what it is. See,
Well,
Now,
I
we'll look it up.
apologize, but you can Google AB 2147
All right.
and
But
you'll
we'll-
get it.
We'll get to it. But I thank you so much for your time and all that wealth of information. Is just amazing. I know everyone enjoyed it. And we can't wait for you to come on next month for sure. And I'm going to contact you within the month to just see how we can create a partnership. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely. And I'll try to remember to connect you with LARP and other things.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Matt,
Jodi.
you have any ending remarks? Matt?
I just said thank you.
Okay.
So I'm going to remind everybody to take time to make your soul happy.
Oh God, that's automatic for me anyway.
Yeah,
And
but
you all
some of
make
us
me
have
happy
to be
too.
reminded.
You all make me happy too. So I already got my therapy. But thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you next month. Okay, moving right along here. We're gonna go ahead on to Lauren. Lauren, it's on you, girl.
Hi, well, my name is Lauren Hammond and my company is called Creative Charity Auctions.
Excuse me one
And-
moment. Matt, I know you have to go now, so I thank you. I'll see you next month as well. Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Tell Ann I sent my love. I'm sorry, Lauren.
That's okay. But I raise money for charities, nonprofits, schools, churches, synagogues, and other organizations that are looking to raise money by where I come in and I provide items for their silent, live, and online auctions. And we have hundreds of items in our inventory, ranging from sports, music, and entertainment collectibles. We have art, jewelry, handbags, and lots of travel, both locally, domestic, and international. And we gear what we bring to each event. And so we've worked with Operation Confidence and helping them raise money. And here are just a small selection of some of the things that we provide. All of those things, all those items you see right now are, most of them are huge sellers. And we keep changing. We're bringing in a lot of new items. And this coming week, we have some coming from our framer. So we'll have a lot of new ones. And we gear what we bring to each event. So we always like to find out the age range and demographics of the guests who will be attending, how much they're paying to attend, if there's a theme, where it's being held. Is it a golf tournament, a gala, a wine tasting? And then we gear the items to that, and we bring our items that are our best sellers because they tend to sell wherever we take them. And I know we are starting to bring in new pieces of art. We're creating a lot of new items that are different, and we're looking to raise a lot of money with them. And we work with all kinds of nonprofits, from the vets. We do a lot with the veterans. We work with Connie quite frequently, and but we work with cancer groups and autism, and we've been working with Ukraine, raising money for Ukraine, so we can help in any way possible.
That's
And
what about out of the state? I mean, do you have anything where you can do an auction virtually?
Yes, well, we do that when we're doing online events, and where we'll do it, we can do it before a live event. We can do an online auction for 2 weeks, a week, 2 weeks, a month, once a month, and we do it however is best. And there are some now where we'll do a live event and we'll do an online auction maybe a week or two prior to the live event. And then we'll bring the items that were sold, and we include more where there will be bid sheets at the live event. So we'll work whichever's best. And our whole goal is to raise as much as we can for every event that we do. And on our website, if anybody wants to, looking for gifts anytime throughout the year, if they go to our website and they call us and they see something that they like and would like to donate to a particular charity, Operation Confidence is a great one, then we would send in their name a percentage of whatever it is they buy would be sent to Consuela. So
I know the Blind Veterans of America, which Veteran Calvin Poole is one of the head leaders there, or directors there, are always putting on major events. That's why I brought that to your attention. Maybe he would be in. Calvin, are you listening?
I am.
Right. You never did get your camera working.
I'm having technical difficulties. Okay. That's a part of this sight impaired world we have sometimes.
Right. I got you.
I have to try 3 different devices, and I can't get either one to work. So, but okay. I'm here. So.
Yeah, well, I figured that you would be interested on some of the events that your organization hosts. Can you tell Lauren a little bit about you real quick, and then we'll move on to Mr. Harrison?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Lauren. And it's a pleasure to meet you. This segment my segment is called the Blinded Veterans, Helping Blinded Veterans. And as a member of the Blinded Veteran Association, which this year we'll be celebrating, I think, our 7th to 8th year of helping blinded veterans, advocating for their particular benefits, whether it be housing or the medical situations to help them improve their quality of lives. We have like 13 different blind rehab centers where veterans can go to get training in computers, living skills, manual skills, that kind of thing. And also, this past August, we had our annual convention, and we passed several different resolutions. One of the major resolutions was allowing low vision veterans to join the Blinded Veterans Association. And what our intentions is to kind of catch the veterans before they become totally blind, and they can join as a low vision veteran, and they can go to the blind rehab center to start getting assistance. In addition to that program, the Blind Veterans also has Team BVA, that's adaptive sports and recreational component within the BVA. And we encourage veterans to get involved in adaptive sports and arts and that kind of thing, which brings me up to our guest today. But prior to me doing, let me go backward to come forward a little bit. In the past, I haven't recognized some of our lost comrades, and I want to recognize some of my friends that we lost over the years, and just a few of them. One of them is Jesse James Jones Jr. He was out of Atlanta, Georgia. Cheryl Gadgeter, Gretchen Wilson. We lost James Brown and William Weddle. And I just want to recognize those lost comrades. And next time we'll make sure we recognize a few more. So if there's any veterans out there, know of any veteran that has passed on, please let us know so we can recognize them.
Okay, so if you have any type of an event that you would need to raise money through an auction, this is the perfect person to know is Lauren Hammond and her. Just mention a few of the events that you've had thus far, Lauren. I mean, like with Shaq, Kill O'Neal, and all.
we have 7 events every year. Like in October, it's Meet the Blind Month, and usually in October we have like White Cane Day, where we go into the VA medical centers and around the cities and local municipalities to just be visible so people can see it out without white canes, and that's an excellent opportunity as a fundraiser. And then we have Veteran Day in November, and then next biggest function will be probably March 28th. It's National Blind Veterans Day, and that's
where's that held?
Usually each region, and we have 4 particular regions throughout the country. We got 4 districts. District 1 comprises of New York, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, North Carolina, South Carolina. District 2 is everything from Chicago all the way to Kansas. District 3 is California. Let me see, no back. District 3 is Florida, Georgia, and Alabama, and District 4 is California and West Coast area. So all those areas comprises of many different veterans. So they have many different organizations. So it'd be great if we could connect with someone like Miss Lauren too, when we have fundraisers, so she can get involved in it.
Oh, she'll be happy to do that.
Happy to help. Yes, and we can maybe talk in a week or so, next week sometime.
Yeah,
we'll be glad to. Yeah, but today
I'll text you her number.
That's great. Thank you, Connie. But today we have as one of our guests today is Lawrence Harrison. Lawrence Harrison is a not a Vietnam War veteran, but he's a veteran, Navy veteran, and he does art. And you may have seen some of his artwork, Lauren, and so today Lawrence is present. Lawrence, I'll allow you to introduce yourself and tell Lauren about some of the things that you do with some of your art and see how you all can connect and maybe do some different fundraisers.
You're muted, sir. There you go.
Okay, how you doing? Lawrence Harrison is the name, and I do a lot of portrait painting, landscapes, and I do a lot of my work in oil-based painting, and I use acrylic, and I just love to paint, do a lot of portraits and things like that. I was going to show you some more. Oh, there you go. You got some of them up. Okay. Okay. Can you all still hear me?
Yeah, we
can hear you, Lawrence. Go ahead.
Okay. That's some of my artwork there. Anita Baker, Muhammad Ali, Anita Baker, and that's one of our mayor right there. Oh, Betsy. Okay. Oh, they showing them. Okay. They got majority of them here. Oh, Miles Davis.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of these paintings are done in oil-based painting. And I love to paint.
That's amazing. Very therapeutic for you too, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Lawrence, how can Lauren help you in the future so that she can maybe help enhance what you're doing and help maybe with some fundraisers?
Well, she could help me by getting me more exposure out and people seeing my work and showing what your vision loss, if you still have a little vision loss, you can still do a lot of things with your vision loss, with your loss, your vision loss. But also to help me enhance selling some of my work and helping other organizations to donate whatever I can to help.
Well, that sounds like a winner.
Mhm.
Operation Confidence is showing the
I can do that. We can put some of these items into our events, and I'd be happy to talk to you about that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's great. Well, I'm very, very, very happy for you. You do some amazing work. And you have to, maybe one day you'll do a video on how you're able to do it with low vision.
Oh,
You do
okay.
have some sight, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
blind in my right eye and tunnel vision out of my left. So I have
Okay.
I still be able to do.
That's amazing. God bless you.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And that would be great, Lawrence, if you could do a video of you actually doing some of your artwork, so some of the other blinded veterans that may not have that confidence could see
Right.
that what you're doing, and they can be you could be a mentor and
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
a
love
spark for other veterans, to get started on doing some things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, I would love to do that, to show them that they can do it no matter what. No matter what goes
Right.
on, you can still do it.
This is what the show is all about, is showing and giving inspiration, like never give up,
Right.
Right.
Yes.
We've had some amazing guests such as yourself on, and you never think about things that people are able to do despite their disability.
Mhm.
And it's very therapeutic, So we want to be able to be one of the ones that help people like yourself, sir, so we can get your word out, get your message out, and show how you're able to do it, but inspire others. Huh, Lauren?
Yes, yes. We'd love to do that.
And
Yes.
then also
Lauren.
kind of we particularly don't like calling ourselves disabled. We have different abilities. That's all, just different abilities.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Different abilities.
Right.
Okay, well, that's great. So,
It's
Lauren,
Can I add something?
Hmm?
It's Michonne. I'd like to add something.
Go
Sure.
ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to also let them know that Lawrence, he may have mentioned or may not have mentioned that one of the things he does that is really therapeutic, that even helped my brother heal when he had to get rid of his horse. That's how I kind of got to know Lawrence. I showed him a picture of my brother standing there with his horse when he had to, he could no longer keep her because he lost his place. And I gave Lawrence that picture, and he made a replica of my brother's picture. And I gave that to my brother for his birthday, and it's fabulous. It's just,
wow.
it's so, it helped. And so that's one of the things I wanted to bring out, is that he just doesn't paint pictures of famous people and things like that. You give him a picture of a family member or a picture of something special to you, like my brother standing by his dog's Tabitha, by his horse Tabitha, it really meant a lot to him. And it brought real as a recognition that we're not disabled, like Calvin was saying. He was surprised that Lawrence had low vision or was blind in one eye.
That's amazing. There's some feedback from somebody. I hear some crackling sound here. Whoever that is, can you mute yourself? Okay, because we want to be able to hear what Mashad is saying.
That's you, Lawrence.
Is it?
It was. I think you're.
Yeah. You're good now. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, thank you so much for that presentation. And Lauren, tell us a little bit more about where you are and some of the people that you have put auctions together for an organization, just so they'll get an idea.
Okay, I'm located in Burbank, but I go all over. I go to Santa Barbara and San Diego and Temecula, so I go all over. This past Saturday, we did one for the Wounded Warrior Project's Fred Williamson's golf tournament, Fred the Hammer. And we did his golf tournament. We've been working with him for probably about 10 years. And so we've worked with the Folds of Honor, and we work with cancer organizations, and we've done a couple events for Ukraine over the last several months. And we can really work with just anyone who's interested. We have a lot of events coming up now since things are coming back, and we're open to help anyone we can. And if people can't do a live event yet, we can do an online auction for them, and they can, again, we can help them raise money that way. So if anyone has any questions, they can reach me. My email, my website is creativecharityauctions.com. creativecharityauctions.com.
Okay.
And your contact number to your office?
My office number is 818-840-1200. 818-840-1200. And
I interrupted when I said repeat, so repeat your number again.
It's 818-840-1200. And my email address, I can always be reached by email, is Lauren, LAUREN, H, at creativecharityauctions.com.
Repeat it.
Lauren H, at creativecharityauctions.com.
Great.
Great.
Well, I hope that helped a little bit. I think what you do is remarkable. You're muted, sir. Can you get it? There you go.
Okay. Well, I got her number, so I can contact her and talk to her more about it. Or
Right.
she got me with some of my paintings on auction and doing.
That'd be great. And a donation goes to Operation Confidence. We got to do this housing project for our veterans. We're still working on that. So I want to throw that out there.
Okay.
Okay. So moving on now. Thank you so much, Lauren, for coming. I know you're a busy girl. You got things to do. But
Well, thank you. And it was nice seeing everyone. And
thank you, Lauren. Nice meeting you.
Soon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. All right.
Hey, Connie, before you move on, maybe there's some kind of way we can maybe do an adaptive sports venue for you out there and maybe raise some funds. I'll talk to you offline.
Yeah, I need that. That would be great.
Okay.
And you're the next to come on too. Taylor's going to do your intro, but you're next, Calvin.
Okay.
Okay. U.S. Navy Calvin Poole, president of Tennessee Regional Group, joined the U.S. Navy in 1976 and completed his enlistment in 1982 as part of the U.S. Navy Construction Battalion, the Fighting Seabees. Selected as the recruit chief petty officer, Calvin led his company to win the Brigade Award for the most outstanding company. Currently, Calvin dedicates his resources and time to getting blind veterans from his regional group and other local citizens involved in both adaptive sports and arts and crafts through partnerships with other nonprofit organizations. Some of the geographical areas in which Calvin has influence with veterans include northern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas, and the western portion of Tennessee. Calvin credits VBA for being instrumental in his personal and professional growth, and he encourages blind veterans to join the organization, remain active in their local regional groups, and experience VBA's Operation Peer Support activities. Veteran Calvin Poole's guest today is Ms. Michonne Harrison, who received her Bachelor's of Arts degree from James Madison University with a major in Spanish, military science, and a minor in biology. Michonne dreamed of being commissioned as a second lieutenant in airborne school, along with her twin sister. After her military records were thought to be a duplicate and mistakenly disposed of, she was denied a commissioning in the U.S. Army and Airborne School. Michonne worked as a veterinarian assistant following college and continued her fight to become a commissioned officer. She entered the Army in December 1990 and graduated basic training from Fort Dix, New Jersey, and advanced individual training at Fort Sam Houston, Texas, as a 42 Charlie orthotic specialist. Michonne later was reclassified as a 91B respiratory therapist and received her certification as a respiratory technician, pulmonary function technician, that's a big word, polysomnography technician, and a phase 2 instructor. Michonne contracted tuberculosis from her roommate while in training, and the medication used to treat tuberculosis caused optic nerves and retinas to atrophy. Following 9/11, she was forced to medical retire after 13 years and 6 months of service. Michonne went on to complete her graduate studies at California College for Health Sciences and received a Master's of Arts in Health Service Management, Health Promotion, Wellness. She is currently president of the Mid-Atlantic Regional Group of Blinded Veterans Association, chair of the Dog Handler Committee of the BBA, Women's Veteran Committee of the BBA, and Disabled American Veterans BBA ambassador, and a member of the Stafford, Virginia Lions Club.
Taylor, Mr. Paul Mims was coming on next time that
Yeah, February the 4th. Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so we can just go on and let Calvin take it from here.
So yeah, take it from here, Calvin. Hi, Michonne.
Hello.
Hey, thank you so much, Taylor, for that introduction. And again, like Taylor said, my name is Calvin Poole and resides here in Memphis, Tennessee. My work is kind of twofold. I work with the Blinded Veteran Association as one of the new ambassadors. As she mentioned, the BVA decided to do some accreditations and classes for veterans to get them to be ambassadors. And what we do is, once we get the certification, we can visit the local hospitals and the VA medical centers and assist veterans and line them up to get to the right places to apply for their benefits and helping them kind of find their way through this quagmire of benefit analysis type situations. So, but I am here in Tennessee, a member of the Tennessee Regional Group Blinded Veteran Association, where I act as the secretary and treasurer. Prior to that, I was the president for the Tennessee Regional Group. And as I mentioned earlier, the BVA, the Blinded Veteran Association, has 4 geographical areas, District 1, 2, 3, and 4, around the country. And each one of those reader groups has a director. I mean, district has a director. The District 1 director name is Wanda Grover. District 2 is Brian Harris. District 3 at one time was Jose Rivera Barris. And District 4 was Wade Davis. And those areas comprise of, like I said, District 1 is from New York to Carolina to Maryland to Virginia. District 2 from Chicago all the way to Kansas City, Missouri. District 3, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. And District 4 is the West Coast, comprised of the West Coast of Montana, Las Vegas, like I said, in Montana and Colorado, those areas out there. The BVA has, around the country, 13 different blind rehab centers where blinded veterans can go and get training to enhance their lives and computer training, living skills. Basically, you can go and learn how to cook, take care of yourself around the house, sewing, cooking, that kind of thing. Manual skills. You can go into the shop and still learn how to do different things in the shop area, like make bowls or with picture frames or little birdhouser type things. And that's one of the things that I have been doing in the last couple of years. I do make birdhouses, and next month, I'm gonna get some pictures of some of the birdhouses that I've made and send them to Charles so you all can see them.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Charles has some pictures and I think a short video of Michelle with her dog with the service dog.
Absolutely. That was I was just about to introduce Michonne Harrison. Michonne Harrison. I met Michonne a couple of years ago when I was acting district director. She's the regional group president for the Mid-Atlantic regional group, and it's just been a wonderful relationship. She's a wonderful person and really helpful to me. She really kind of like an administrative assistant for me. If you notice, she's always on the call, always helping me, and I appreciate that, Michonne. Yes. So Michonne is, she works with the dog handlers, the VIG for the BVA and many other titles. So Michonne, you want to take the floor? You can have it right now.
And Michonne, we got to put you on the team, girl.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you.
Okay. All right, so go ahead on and tell us a little bit about the dog handlers.
Okay, our dog handlers is a part of our Blinded Veterans Association, and it's one of our committees. And Paul Mims is was the founder of it. He'll be on the call next week. I had just lost my service animal, Nico, back in March, and we just happened to be at the convention, and I joined in on the dog handlers committee group session, and he decided that he reached out to me and asked me to be the dog handlers chair for the Blinded Veteran Association. And it's been a remarkable experience because it allowed me to heal. We have our calls the third Tuesday of every month at 4:00 Eastern Standard Time. And it's done via virtual Zoom. So anyone can join. You don't have to have a dog. You can be interested in a service dog. You can already have had a service dog, or you could be like me, had a service dog that passed away or you had to put down.
Send me the link, Michelle. Okay. I'd like to tune in.
Okay, I'll be glad to send you the link. We'll send you, because you can, you go on to bva.org, it's bravovictoralpha.org. That's our main Blinded Veteran Association website. Also, we have, if you want to find out more, you can email us at bva.info. I think Calvin is bva.info.org.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, it's Bravo Victor Alpha info.org to find out more information if you like to find out anything else about the Blinded Veteran Association. But I won't hold up too much of the time. I'll let him show the pictures, but I'll be speaking with Paul with him on the call again too next week. But my dog came from Southeastern Guide Dog Schools. His name was Nico. He would have been 12 years old this past December the 22nd. And he, unfortunately, this is what made me become more of an advocate for dog handlers and the loss of a dog. He was diagnosed with an unknown genetic disease at age 2. I brought him home when he was 18 months. We trained, and by 4 years, by the time he was 4 years old, he had to retire because he had a disease that they didn't know about. Since the time I've had Nico, he was pretty much lame and sick.
This Nico?
Yeah, the picture the way he looks like a big Eskimo. That's when he was 6 weeks old. And then the picture of me in pink, that's when we were graduating. That's when I graduated at Southeastern Guide Dog. The picture with the couple standing there with Nico, those are the puppy raisers that raised them. Nico was her 16th guide dog. The she-hens that they raised, and remarkable. We still have a connection. We talk, we email throughout his illness and his low and high times. I would email her and let her know what's going on. And So she's still a part of my family and a part of my life.
Good.
So, and
Nico looks so sweet. How long
Well-
did you have Nico?
I had Nico for 10, because I brought him home at 18, when he was 18 months old, and I had him till he was 11 and a half.
Oh,
So-
wow, he was a family member.
And I have to tell you, you know how you go on CBS, the NBC4 when they had the dogs, they
Mhm.
Nico was one of those dogs in Florida. He was raised on TV. He was a special little guy. He didn't like to swim. He didn't mind that, but he was not a swimmer. But he's my love. He's my heart.
He is so cute.
He is. He
So
was.
loving.
Yeah, I did elected to cremate him, so he's on my mallow, and
Okay.
yeah, he's gonna be a part of me. So, but when we polish, we can tell you more about the dog handlers and how to get involved in what we do, and advocate for people within the rules and regulations of having a dog, and the difference between a service animal versus a therapy dog versus an emotional support animal. Because a lot of people confuse it. It's all different. So
They do, right. Well,
So,
I
so
know
Michelle,
that
so Michelle, how does one get the chance to get a dog like that? What's the process?
there are various schools. There are a lot more schools than normal. In the past, and you can go to the VA. If you're a veteran, you can go to your primary care doctor that can refer you, put in paperwork, and the dogs are given. You get paperwork, and you can decide which animal or which type of animal you want, what type of dog you want, and then they pair you up. You fill out paperwork and you send it to your schools, and they come out, and it's a process, because these dogs cost $50,000-$60,000. So
Really?
yeah, one dog will cost $50,000 or $60,000. We don't have to pay anything for the
How come the
dogs.
dogs are so expensive?
The training and everything involved. I said the same thing. When I first went there, ma'am, I was like, why do I have to stay here 27 days? I know all, and it's a lot that goes into it. They learn over 150 commands.
Oh, wow.
The time that it takes for a puppy raiser to train them, to bring them to the facility to train them, and then for us to have them and fly us in and everything like that, it costs around $50,000 to $60,000. So they're not just given away. There's a lot that goes into them, and a lot of people don't know. Like a dog like Nico, they're bred specifically. They're not just bred with any other dog. They're the allergies that everything else is bred out, so they have a particular demeanor and be able to work. And some dogs don't make it, and they'll end up going. They still can be other dogs that they'll have them as bomb sniffing dogs, or you see people that have allergies or seizures or diabetics. So once
Right.
some of them that don't turn out to be a good guide dog, they have other services for them. But a lot goes into raising a dog. I wanted to let you know that's Calvin's grandson. That's Calvin's Gabby's on.
Son,
Yeah, that's
Gatsby. That's old
Gatsby.
Gatsby.
Gatsby's on
Yeah.
there. That's his grandson, the Schnauzer.
That's my son's dog. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
And
Yeah.
the other dog, she's a German Shepherd, half lab, and I got a lot of my family have dogs, and they bring them to me, and I kind of help train them. And she's one of the ones I was helping train.
Wow.
So Michelle, question. So when the dog has finished his service time, can you keep the dog, or do you have to turn him back in, or what?
There are 3 options. You can bring them back to the school that they came from, or take them back. The puppy raiser can also take them back, or you can elect to keep them. And I chose to keep Nico. So there are 3 different things. Or then a lot of people, sometimes they have family members or other people that will go ahead and take the dog when they're around 9 or 10 years old, and they no longer can work and do their particular job. They go ahead and retire them, and family members can take them. Some people put it in their will as to what they want to do with the dog if they pass before the dog. But you have 3 options or 4 options. You can keep the dog, give it to someone, take it back to the school, or the puppy raiser. You can return it to the puppy raiser.
You know, the thing that's so sad about it, because I had a white English terrier that was a dog in name only. The dog was a human. I could talk to, well, I talked to Jackie, and Jackie would just listen. He would command anything that I did. And I used to take him with me to the shop. You know, my profession is cosmetology and fashion designing, right? And one day I had to take a lady home because Jackie would always ride in the passenger side of the car with me, right? So the lady, I had to take her home. So that meant Jackie had to get in the back seat. Jackie got back there, but Jackie was not happy about sitting in that back seat. So Jackie crawls up and got in the middle on that, you know, what do you call it?
Armrest.
Armrest, yeah, the armrest, and sat there. And so I said, Jackie, you too big. It was white. He was a white English terrier. I said, you too big to be sitting up on this thing. And so he got off and sat back in the back, put it on full screen for a minute. I don't want to distract her show. And let me finish my little story about Jackie, Charles.
Okay.
And I won't take but a minute. And so I said, Jackie, you have to get in the back. So Jackie got in the back. You can see he had that grunt on his face, like, she's in my seat. And so I'm driving, right? So Jackie just came back over that armrest and sat next to that lady. She didn't sit on the armrest. She said, and kept pushing that lady, shoving that lady till the lady was squeezed up, squeezed up against the door. In my spot, you got to go. And eventually we got to the lady's house, and he said, and she got out. She said, "This dog is a human." I said, "Yeah, this is Jackie." It was so terrible. Jackie wouldn't see you in my seat. You got to go. It just kept pushing with his big butt and pushed that lady. He was all jammed up against the door. And I was like, because I'm driving the car. But it was the funniest thing. So all I'm saying, when I lost Jackie, I lost my best friend. He came down with some type of, I don't know, you all may know about it, but they said it attacks dogs that are low to the ground. His back end became paralyzed. And I went rushing to the veteran thinking that there was something that they could do, but no, they said that either it's going to cost me damn near $20,000 for the surgery, or that I'd have to put him to sleep. And it just broke my heart. And that was in 2014, and I haven't gotten over it yet. So I do want another dog, but I can't go to, I do want another. I want a little itty bitty one if you guys can find me one. But that just broke my heart.
My sister's dog, she has one of those mixed Australian cattle dog.
Yeah.
If I call her house right now, the dog will hear you, get up there. She said, "Get back." You gotta let her have her time. Ginger, her dog's name is Ginger. Ginger, I said, Ginger need her own phone. You know? I'm like, 4 years ago, I was sick and I had to stay with my sister for a month and a half. I couldn't even watch TV. The dog would get all up there, and like any shows, like I was watching Django and any cowboy stuff, she would get up there. I said, "Get out." I had to chase the dog out of the room because she want
to look at her own shows.
Yeah, because my sister have her watching dog TV and all this other. She need her own place with her own TV and her own phone.
It's so human. I don't know I don't know how you guys deal with it, but you lose a family member, you know?
I was like, your kids.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I thank you so much. And you had a little bit of video to show, Mashad, and then we're gonna
it's
wind down. You guys have some interesting information to share as well.
It was just another dog in the pools here.
That's you, Mashad, huh? Oh,
yeah, that's me. And
now, what are you teaching the dog?
We're teaching them how to swim. The black lab is actually my lab, and that's my twin sister standing on the side. That's Brady. He's afraid to swim too. He's 6 weeks old, and like you said, he's the love of my life, and he's already got $10,000 needs. He's 6 months old. And the other dog that doesn't belong to me, but I'm trying to get Brady to swim like that dog, but Brady's not having it.
Anything, I'm not getting this too much water.
I get him in there, but he gets so excited. He's scratching and flopping at the water. Then he gets out and he's so high strung. Then he starts throwing up, and he's a mess.
Oh,
He's
no.
laying over there. He's just like Charles said. He's the same way. And Lawrence will tell you. He'll call and say, "What's Brady doing?" He's banging at the door, wanting me to give him a treat, or he's barking in your face. And yeah, I'm surprised he's letting me have a conversation. Yeah, he's laying over there, but yeah, they're the love of my life.
Dog name only is dog, but those dogs are human. You can't tell me they're not, you know? But I appreciate that, and I want you to come and share more about Braden. You said the dog's name?
Brady, yes.
Brady, yeah, we got to hear more about Brady. Thank you so much. We moving right along here now. What do we on time now? It's on you, Charles.
Charles, okay. Right, so next up, we're going to talk about the number of suicides among veterans. In 2020, veterans aged 18 to 34 had an adjusted suicide rate of 46.1 per 100,000, while the rate was 31.8 per 100,000 for those ages 35 to 54, 27.4 per 100,000 for those 55 to 74, and 32 per 100,000 for 75 and older. Suicide is a major public health issue and among the top 10 causes of death in the United States. Unfortunately, for more than a decade, for more than a decade, a suicide rate has been rising in the general U.S. population, and especially among veterans, men and women who risk their lives for the country. This Veterans Issues in Focus perspective presents data on the magnitude of the problem, identifies particular noteworthy issues and trends, highlights recent advances, and identifies gaps that deserve an increased attention from both researchers and policymakers. In this 2018-24 strategic plan, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs identified preventing veteran suicide as its highest clinical priority, and the Rand Epstein Family Veteran Policy Research Institute is committed to helping VA and the country achieve this critical goal. Although VA has, sorry about that. What happens? Although VA has implemented various suicide prevention and strategies, not all veterans are eligible or opt to receive care through the VA. Among veterans who died by suicide in 2018, 63% did not have an encounter with the VA in the year of their death or the year prior. However, many may have been receiving care outside of VA. Among the general insured population, as many as 83% of those who died by suicide had a healthcare visit in the year before their death. There is a need for more research on veterans' non-VA healthcare encounters and for studies to develop, test, inform, and evaluate community-based efforts to reach veterans outside of VA. There's a need for research to identify whether and to what extent specific veteran subpopulations are at heightened risk for suicide and whether unique supports are needed to address their risk. There are gaps in most U.S. communities' ability to effectively intervene with individuals in crisis. They often rely on interventions or unnecessary hospitalization that either delay or increase suicide risk. There is a need for more research to evaluate the harms of current crisis responses, particularly among high-risk veteran subpopulations, to identify novel solutions for responding to crisis and to evaluate the effectiveness of promising new approaches. Here are some resources. For those needing support for themselves or a loved one, help is available from the National Suicide Prevention Line at 1-888-273-TALK. That's TALK. That's 1-888-273-8255. One more time, 1-888-273-8255, with an option to press 1 to access the Military and Veterans Crisis Line. RAND Research has examined a wide range of topics related to suicide prevention among veterans and military personnel. The VA suicide prevention website includes resources for veterans and the most state and national level data on veteran suicide. About the author, Dr. Rajiv Ramchand, Senior, Ramchand, that's R-A-M-C-H-A-N-D, Senior Behavioral Scientist and Coordinator of the Rand Epstein Family Veterans Veterans Policy Research Institute. He has a PhD in psychiatric epidemiology and has extensively studied suicide prevention among military personnel and veterans. All righty.
Okay,
Taylor?
can you give that contact information out again?
Sure. It's 1-888-273-8255. One more time. 1-888-273-8255.
Okay. All right, that's a wealth of information. Take it away then, my girl, my baby girl, Taylor.
Behind the beautiful faces, veterans go from fatigue to high fashion.
Can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
Behind the beautiful faces, veterans go from fatigue to high fashion. The DC Metro-based veteran-owned, all-veteran modeling and talent agency is the brainchild. Founder, managing partners is U.S. Army Major Jazz Booth, who was stationed at Fort Lee, Virginia. In 2010, Booth founded a nonprofit to assist homeless women veterans. Her efforts resulted in providing hundreds of women and children homes. It also gave Booth national media attention from the likes of Oprah Winfrey. She was dubbed a community crusader by CNN Live with Kelly and Michael, Fox and Friends, among a list of other media outlets and influencers. In late 2015, she saw another need, this time in the National Capital Region, and decided to start a new venture, a veteran-owned, veteran-focused modeling and talent agency. I truly bleed red, white, and blue, and this is for those who want to go from the flight line to the fashion week, Booth says. I teach current service members and vets their legitimacy lies in what they bring to the table. A DD 214 isn't enough in a down economy. You need a great resume, marketable skills, presentation, and confidence. Booth's agency promotes the motto, "Heroes come in all shapes and sizes." Accordingly, there is a diversified roster of models, traditional male and female models, a physique fitness category for men, a plus size full figure category for women, and a children's division. This is a multi-purpose platform for veterans who want to go to the next level, said U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant Miranda Drummond, who is a chef for general officers at Joint Base Anacostia Boiling by day and a photographer by night. Whatever their aspirations, if they want to act, sing, or see modeling, we're providing the resources to get these people there. We all have the same work ethic, values, and genuinely want to see each other succeed, as opposed to working with a non-veteran where they're perceived support and genuine competition.
Okay. Charles, did you remember the little short clip video?
Short clip video of
the combat boots and lace, so we can show our folks over the.
Yeah, sorry, I'm my computer is over here doing some crazy stuff and I'm trying to get it back to where it's supposed to be. Let's see.
Okay, well, we can bypass it then, show it next time.
Yeah, well, I'll bring them up in a minute.
Okay, and we'll pass over you giving the presentation about Army Reserve. We'll let you do that for next week.
Yeah.
Oh, you won't be here next week. You got something to do, huh? So let's show you funny clips.
Okay, yeah. Next week I'll be at the Aquarium of the Pacific. It's that time of the year, so I'll be just calling in or logging in, and it's a little crazy, but you
Yeah,
got
let us see what you're doing.
yeah.
Tell us, and what will you be doing there? You know, no one knows other than you being the tech guy over here and a board member.
I'm going there they have a festival of human abilities. And if there are any veterans who are disabled, the festival is free to anyone disabled and their caregiver. So if for whatever reason someone wants to go, it's a weekend of disabilities. I mean, people are like, there are all kinds of talent, it's a week of talent that they host at the end of January every year. And so I'll be there with my band. We'll be playing as part,
You have a picture of your band?
Somewhere around here. Yeah. I can actually Google. Let's see, I have pictures, let me see. Now you're asking me to pull up other stuff.
Well, you should have it all in front.
I don't have my stuff just right there, I mean, let me see here. I mean, Connie, look at it, y'all cracking up. Look at they're like, I mean, yeah, I got all my stuff right here waiting. Hey, Connie.
You know how Connie is, so what can I tell you?
Yes, here like, yeah, you should have it right there.
Yeah.
Now, Connie can probably pull her purse stuff right now, huh?
Not necessarily. That's why I hired you.
I'm like,
and Taylor, no, don't depend on me to bring it up.
Give me 1 second.
About me.
Pictures for you, because I'm like, yeah,
move along and show it when you can find it.
Yeah, because here, let me no, I got
Funny clip.
yeah, no, I'm like, here we go. I'll just bring up a couple of little pictures for you real quick.
There you go.
It's kind of be like, you ain't got no pictures. I'm like, let's see.
What you say, Taylor?
Like it wasn't about me.
I know, I'm like, this is not what I here, let me do
To
that.
have your stuff right there by your
Oh
side.
yeah, like, I'm just I knew it was gonna be come on now. Let's see here. All right, here. I'll show this, and I'll just kind of show you guys some of the. There's a picture of me. Now there you go, Connie. Okay.
We'll see nothing but little itty bitty pictures. What is this? We talking about there we go. Where we going?
Where we going? You're the one that I'll tell you what. Next week I'll
Did you
have
see anything with itty bitty pictures?
next. See, that's why I'm at. Go to here. Go to www.perse.
Want to go nowhere? You supposed to have it to show.
It's like, play us some music, Charles.
Yeah.
From the band.
Where's the band?
Hold on now. Yeah, and see, I'm over here. This is a comedy show. Y'all over there. Michelle, you over there crying almost. Look how red you done got her to turn. Well,
that's because she's laughing at me. I can't help it. That's just who I am.
I know, but I have pictures. Just Taylor, do me a favor. I'm gonna show you the clip, and then I'm gonna show you the and we're gonna show you all of that stuff next week.
Okay, you gonna film us? Are you gonna come on live next week while you there?
I'm gonna come on live, but I won't be doing the.
I know, but you'll be able to. Taylor's gonna do that next week.
Yeah, I'll be able to do that.
You still ain't found out one picture, nothing.
You still stuck on? Okay, hold on here. Tell you.
Buying time, Connie.
Uh-huh. Right,
is that what he was doing?
All right, so here I'll just bring on some pictures of some of the stuff that we've done, some of the concerts that I've supported, that I've actually hosted myself. So this way you can have, and then, Harold Brown, the drummer for War, so here we go. Here goes some pictures. This is these what I host, since you want to know, to some of the people. There's Harold Brown, and you look for, just show you some of the. And out of all of these, not one picture of us. Oh, okay, here
That's
we
right. Where are you? Okay, here we go. Where are you, child? That little bitty head back to see the little hat.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Connie. There I am. Where in the hell? I gotta find. You asked me to pull up stuff. Now that they ain't there. I'm gonna bring them next week.
Okay, well, we sign on off now. You should have one picture.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the doggy. So I'm gonna show you. See, we talk about support group, right? The dogs. Now I'm gonna flip the script. Instead of an animal being, so this is good. This is support. Y'all gonna like this one. Let me.
You're gonna bring the pictures back next week. You're gonna show us. You can at least play at the thing.
I'm gonna do that. I'll do that. I'll
let them know that you are really that you really have a band.
Oh, so now
thousands of people gonna want to see you.
Thousands, they will.
Okay, I'm talking about on our YouTube channel.
They will.
Okay,
I'm gonna show you right now. Let me show these. I'll show you this. Here, this is good. All right, so.
Oh gosh, what is this?
Oh, you don't like this one. Okay, this is kind of like, now, do you see that? You see it, right?
Yeah.
Look, come on. Let me tell you something. That girl was no good anyway. I know about 3 dudes that hit last week. Now, come on, lay your head down. I got you. I'm your best friend. I'm gonna talk you through anything. But she was a thought, though.
Looking for a picture. They was all there supporting veterans.
The monkey?
The dog, all the dogs, they was up there supportive. look at Mr. Wine, you done turned colors 2 or 3 times.
This crazy show. Okay, well, we're winding down, ladies and gentlemen. We're not always nuts, so come on, Taylor, wind us on down.
Taylor.
What?
We got Attorney Jodi listening to all your nuts, so it is.
Well, hey, this is us. Before Ms. Connie closes the show, we would like to encourage our viewers and listeners to visit Operation Confidence resource page for some amazing resources. I would also like to inform our viewers and radio listeners about Amazon Smile. When making your next purchase on Amazon, please go to Amazon Smile and type in Operation Confidence in the Choose Your Organization donation box. Amazon will make a small donation to Operation Confidence. Also, to get involved in Operation Confidence Tiny Houses project, visit our website and send us a message on how you would like to be involved. We would also like to inform everyone about Operation Confidence Positive Redirection Team. It's a group of male and female veterans who are mentors having overcome similar challenges and situations, transitioning back into mainstream society. To be connected or become a team member, email us at info@operationconfidence.org. Again, info@operationconfidence.org. Lastly, we are so excited about Operation Confidence Combat Boots and Lace Women Veterans Mentoring and Creative Arts Group. An Operation Confidence Distinguished Male Veterans Mentors and Dress for Success Modeling Group. Zoom meetings will take place the first Saturday of the month. To get involved, please email info@operationconfidence.org.
Okay, thank you, Taylor. And as always, we want to remind our listeners and our viewers that the goal for the show is to raise awareness about Operation Confidence's mission, which is to provide stable housing with a wide range of supportive services. So we encourage everyone to get involved with our grassroots efforts. And we also would like to tell you to Oh, no, I'm sorry. I would like to let you know that we're now streaming on several podcasts. First of all, we want you to subscribe to our American Invisible Heroes on YouTube. We have now over 100,000 views, and it's going up every day. To our 100,000 viewers, we want to ask you a favor. You know that we're working hard. We've been working on this for, I have to say myself, almost a decade, trying to raise awareness about Operation Confidence's mission. Our veterans, I discovered many of them are living on the streets in wheelchairs, and it's not fair. So I'm reaching out and asking you all to at least donate $1 and send that to Operation Confidence's website, www.operationconfidence.org. That will go into our building, Teeny House Building Fund. And we're asking you to don't forget, we need at least $1 more, but if you can just give us $1, we'd appreciate that. That will add up. So I want to thank you all so much, and to let you all know that we are streaming on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts, as well as Amazon, iHeartRadio, Switch, and now Twitch. So we're moving right along here, everyone. We just thank you so much for listening to our show and viewing our show every week. You see the most informative information, and then you see the comedies. So I thank you so much, and I want to say goodbye and thank our phenomenal guests for being on the show today. And always know that you're welcome to come back and share more information. Thank you, and I'm going to sign off now.
The video.
Yeah, we're going to show the video, but we're signing on off now.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, you found your video?
No, for the ending video, you know.
Okay, because you're too late for yours.
Oh, no. My video will come next week, you know.
Okay.
The show's video, you know.
Yeah, well, show the show.
Show the show. Holler for $1. That's what I'm going to start the Holler for $1 campaign.
That's right. Holler for $1. We need $1.
That's right. We can see us.
Donate. Go to Operation Confidence's website and hit donation.
That's it.
Or donate, and that would help us 100%. If we have over 100,000 views, $1, you see what I'm talking about here. Right?
That's it. You know, and when you find us on Switch, Twitch, and Scratch,
iHeart, and Spotify, and a lot of other podcasts. So come on now, we got to get our veterans off the streets, especially those that are disabled, living out of wheelchairs. I've seen that with my own eyes. I'm constantly seeing it every day, and it just breaks my heart. I can't, and I'm not a veteran, but I mean, I have to do my part to help our American heroes. They fought for our country, and this is the reward they're getting. It's just not fair. So this is my mission, and I ask you all to support us, and you take it away from here now, Charles, and we'll be back next week with your band.
Cha-ching. Gotcha.
Mashad, you got to come back on next week. See that he does have an official band.
Hey, there ain't no Milli Vanilli over here now. You know?
No Milli Vanilli.
You know?
Thank you so much, Calvin, if you're still on, and Mr. Harrison, we thank you so much for your phenomenal artwork. And Attorney Galvin, thank you for hanging in there, girlfriend, and listening to our most informative information in our comedy show.
How you know that's it, you know. Hey, you know, that's people need comedy, you know.
Oh, I enjoy it.
Healthy, you get healing.
And Calvin, if you're still around, you're my friend. That's my buddy there, Calvin.
What was that? Who said something?
I said it's great to hear all the laughter.
Exactly. That's right. You know, hey, you can't buy this kind of stuff.
That's right.
Like this is all homemade, you know.
Okay, we signing off now.
All right, y'all. Take care. Good to see you. And
I see you next week.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the official sign off.
Adios.